Drivin Ivan here with a Triumph Stag, and it's a 72, but it's not like all the others. This one has an LT1 Corvette Camaro engine from the 80s in it, so I really like it. I'm considering it for my quirky collection. Should I buy it? What do you guys think? I love the thing. Let's find out if I'm impressed. Here we go. Well, in the looks department, I love it. Look at the side pipes here. Wow. Original wheels look great. Top is looks like it's newer. Luggage rack is awesome. Chrome bumpers. It's just a timepiece. These were made from, you know, right at the start of the 70s, Michelati design, and it's a pretty car. They did do a full convertible in the mock-up. It almost looks like, you know, just one of these even bigger, just, you know, the typical quintessential British car of the time. And it was pretty designed, certainly, but it suffered from, you know, all the things British cars tend to suffer from. Look at the fog lights. God, it's a really pretty car. And inside, it's original seats, a big steering wheel, it says Stag right on it. Yeah. So built to compete with the Mercedes SL. And, you know, some Mercedes actually, they had an option of rear seats. Not many of them have it. But like the Porsche 911, these actually had rear seats. And I'd say these were a little more functional than the SL it was trying to compete with. A little bigger back there. But for the day, you know, kind of everything you needed. Automatic transmission. In this case, switched over to a GM. So I think more reliable than the original. But really nice looking interior. From the 70s, I would say. Trunk's got plenty of room. Big 70s Grand Tourer here. British Grand Tourer. You could definitely put the top down and travel for thousands of miles. Plus the tonneau cover as well. And he built the top for it, which is really cool. Tonneau even has a window in it. That's really nice. Very cool. Yeah, it's got a heavy motor, and it floats a little bit.
It needs
it's got some cowl shake and such.
It needs struts.
Yeah,
a good set of struts and a harder set of tires.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I hadn't got there, and I just drive it to Lowe's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to get.
But it's a time machine. I mean, yeah, steering wheel's big. It feels good in your hands.
Yeah, I thought.
And I don't know. I think it's cool. It is drifting a little bit, but it
follows and grooves in the road.
That, you know, it's pretty quick for its. The brakes just aren't there though. I mean, the brakes are a little scary.
They're there.
You press them and they're not really there. The harder you press, the more they break.
It's set up for a power booster. So the thing about this Triumph right here, the Triumph Stag in general, they're going to put a 4-cylinder in it, then they're going to put an 8-cylinder in it, and they decided ingeniously to build their own 8-cylinder engine by putting 2 4-cylinders together. And then they joined with Rover Group, so they should have just waited and put it together then, but they didn't. They built their own engine, and it was just dumb. It didn't have the right parts. It was alloy versus metal. It expanded, it contracted, the whole thing. It overheated. It did everything you don't want a car to do. They sold basically 26,000 total, 19,000 in England, and only 7,000 in the US. That's why they put an 8-cylinder in it, to sell them in the US, and it just never took off because they weren't reliable, and they were trying to compete with the Mercedes SL, which is ridiculous. That's the Panzer wagon. I had an SL, 3 of them actually, and they're so reliable. They're like tanks. That's why they're called Panzer wagons. And this one had none of the reliability, all the British problems. It was cool looking. It's a great Michelati design, but it just wasn't a good car overall. So this 350 and the American transmission is really an improvement on the car. It makes it a better car. And you know, so this one, although it's kind of, you know, a rare bird and a little bit of a Frankenstein monster, it's actually, I think, better than the original in ways. Purists will disagree. Let me know what you think in the comments. But, you know, this is a cool car. And it actually improves upon all the problems of the Triumph. Even though It's definitely dated, you know, the way it drives and everything, but that's why you buy an old car. It looks cool and it's fun to drive and it's different. And you can take it to a car show and you'll never have to see another one. So purists might not like this, but I think it's really, really cool. I think it looks great, and I like the improvement of the American engine in 350 with that crappy British car that's just a mess, basically. I just put it in park because it wants to drift. It's hard to keep the brakes on and keep it stopped.
They will.
It's funny. It'd be cool if the Targa top was off, but it's kind of cold here in Florida right now, so keeping the top up. But I would do some work to the brakes. I'm reminding myself of what this needs because I really like it. I'd like to have it in my collection. Brakes, needs a brake booster, and it needs maybe a larger radiator, according to the current owner. It gets up to about 220 degrees. He said right now it's sitting about 140, so it's good right now. It shows 88,000 on the clock, and the windows all work and everything. I think they work. Yeah, look at that. And how do you put the top down? I guess you pull these bars right here. Oh, we got the light here. We're gonna go, and yeah, looking over the hood and everything, and the acceleration is, yeah. I mean, it's got the get up and go of that Corvette engine. Feels very similar to my 1990 RX-7 convertible with the LT1. Engine's from about the same time. Mine's a little newer, but this is a cool car. You feel every bump. The steering's kind of interesting. It's definitely got some sports car steering, although it's you suffer from going which way the road wants you to go. It's moving all over the place. So you kind of fight it a little bit. And like I said, the brakes need a bit of improvement. So yeah, this is a very cool car. I'm definitely interested in it. Probably get a little oversteer if you were brave enough in this thing, if you were running it fast, but definitely not buying this for the handling. It's a cool car. The side pipe exhausts and just the shape of it. He's done the rattle can paint job on this that looks so good to me. I mean, for a rattle can, it looks amazing. The side pipes, the original wheels, the look of this, the gray with the blue interior. It's really a cool car, and I would love to have it in my collection. So we're gonna talk about it, but I just wanted to make some mental notes as I'm driving this Triumph Stag, which was built from 1970 to 1978 about. It's cool. I've never driven a Stag before, and this one, of course,
is messed up road too.
Not gonna drive like the original. So it's kind of a special car, and I like the weird cars, and this is certainly weird. So let me know if I should buy it in the comments as I'm bouncing around all over the place here. Thank you so much for watching. If I post this, and search any car, including British cars, and Drivin Ivan. I am Drivin Ivan.